Yo, what's up here? It's Nigel Stargate.
I'm the one and only master ceremony, the great one, Dane Dane, and we are
Greatness.
Incomparable, unstoppable, authentic, original, and monolithic.
I'm the golden child, I'm the Caviar. I'm hung like woke, kitties be like rhyme. Move grandiose from coast to coast. Flow so thorough, sucker MCs go.
Greatness. We just happened to get in the studio and really vibe. It was nothing, premeditated. We didn't think about it. It was just like, yo, Dane, come through. I got something I'm working on. He was like, all right, I wanted to run it by him.
Well, really what happened was...
Yeah. Okay.
Well, really what happened was I went to a Nick Cannon social about a couple of years ago. And it was on Sunset Boulevard, and I can't remember, it was for the Incredible. For his Incredible brand.
Grammy time, right?
Yeah,
Grammy time.
about Grammy time, right?
Grammy time.
So I'm walking through, and then Nigel sees me and goes, well, Caviar sees me and Nigel. He says, yo, Dane, you remember me, man? I said, your face look familiar. He said, yo, back in the days, Lifestyle Records, man, I've been looking for you. I said, you been looking for me? He said, yeah, man. Yeah. I'm doing this music. You need to come to the studio and check it out. I was like, bet, just give me your number. And we kicked it for a minute. We ate some chicken and waffles,
right.
bugging out. And then he gave me a call, and then we started vibing.
Yeah, then we started vibing. So when we got in the studio, it was like, it was magical right off the top, though, I think, because I played him the records, and he was like, yo, I'm feeling this. He said, I haven't been rhyming in a while. I haven't been, I've been doing other things, within the business, but let me hear it. And, he heard the joints and we're like, all right, let's go. So we started off, the first record was Fairy Tales, right?
The
first record was
Fairy Tales.
So we came up with Fairy Tales, and we had a lot of fun doing that record. And then,
well, actually, he had the verse laid down for Fairy Tales.
Yes, the verse was already laid down.
Yeah, so he said, this is the idea I got for Fairy Tales. And basically, it was him running through all these superhero and cartoon characters. And he let me hear it. I said, yo, that's dope. And so I started doing something that I'd never really done in my career. I've done it like once or twice before. I sat in the studio and wrote verses and laid the verses the same day. And because I always told him, because his music inspired me. So every time I came to the studio, so I did Fairy Tales that day.
It was Fairy Tales.
And then the next time he let me hear a song called Greatness, I think it was. It was called Greatness.
It was called Greatness.
Yeah, it was called Greatness. He let me hear it. I said, yo, let me drop a verse on that. So I wrote a verse and dropped the verse on that. So the next day I came back, he just started letting me hear beats. Every day I came back, we created a song together. And I said, yo, I never really been inspired to make a song every time I come into the studio. And I was like, yo, we got something, let's do something. And we just started building from there.
Well, how Nigel came about, and speaking of CeeLo, how Nigel came about is working with eclectic artists like CeeLo. Nigel, Cavi, from Compton, and everyone knows that. So I was like, how do you rebrand yourself? How do you take yourself to that next level that people always talk about, even as an MC? You get a certain amount of money for shows, and then, working with CeeLo, I was watching him and I'm like, yo, this man's picking up a lot of dough more than the average MC. But then he puts on this show and this character, and he's not afraid to step out of the box. And then I'm like, okay, that's how he's getting more money. He's not just getting the average check. And he was like, yo, working with him and creating. After a while, I was like, I'm gonna try something different. So Nigel is my alter ego anyway. I've been playing around with the voice and everything for the last maybe 10 years, just messing around. And I had a record that I started, which was called When You're Rich, which is Nigel's first single featuring CeeLo. And I had this record for a few years, and it was something that people kept telling me, yo, you should play it for CeeLo, you should get CeeLo on it. And I was like, it was just something I was playing with. So finally I was like, I want to play it for him one day in the studio. And I played him the record, and he was like, yo, can I get on it? Can I get on it? You on to something? What is this? And I was like, okay. I met another friend through CeeLo, and another friend of mine named Sky. He was like, yo, do you really think you can do this? Do you really, is it a gimmick, or can you do more songs? So even before me and Dane ran back into each other, I just start recording songs as Nigel, just to see if I can pull it off, and with hip hop in the state it's in right now, even me being from Compton and seeing Kendrick Lamar and Dr. Dre and the success of everyone, I was like, okay, how can I change myself and still be from Compton, still be cool, and still make, be accepted as an MC and have fun and make my own world where I can talk about what I want to talk about. And that was what spawned into the whole Stargate thing. I was like, let me make something that's fun, that's futuristic, and that's still hip hop. And here we are now, man. We just start creating. And some of the records that are on the album, the record that I recorded, before me and Dana started Greatness, I have an incredible wish list of artists that I wanted to work with, but then they came and asked to work with me as Nigel. So I feel really good about it. From there I was like, okay, I'm gonna continue to push this and make my own world. So Nigel is from the hills of Compton. He's from a magical place.
Magical place. That's right.
He can say and do whatever. So I feel that Nigel can live on forever, and I wanted to be lyrically responsible for what I put into the universe. So with Nigel, I can do and say whatever and just have fun.